Last time on Utopia Podcast, the party awakened a god, Asgaldi, the centaur goddess of the hunt, emerges from a stone statue in the middle of a stone acropolis. They dine with her, give her tea, and when they sleep, they awake to find that she and a mysterious mushroom king have disappeared. And that is where we find the party.
He'll kind of swallow hard and then begin to pick himself up off the ground. Just dust himself off a bit. I don't know, Ziba. As his eyes sort of go back to normal.
Maybe we should head back to the inn and take a nap.
Morgus, I think as we learn more about the Invisible War and Mysheria, I think we might get a little bit closer to the thing we talked about previously. Are you still comfortable with that?
You're speaking in circles, Livy.
Livy whispers, you're a forgotten past, but I don't know if the others know.
Marcus's eyes will just kind of dart to Godfrey.
Do you want to go through the exercises, Morgus?
Be fine, Godfrey.
Okay.
And his hand is like finding its way into that like white satchel at his belt, and he's just clutching what's inside.
All right.
I need to think. I need to sit.
What
I need to rest.
Anyone like tea? Maybe we should adventure quest.
From this vantage point, as you look over the ridge, you didn't notice it in the night, but now you can clearly see the village in the distance, just a few miles off. Smoke coming from chimneys and orchards and gardens.
I was really waiting for you to say, like, something was going wrong in the village and you said smoke, and I was like, oh no! Peaceful. Wow, that's new. Anyways.
Let us know when you're good to go, Morgus, and we should head back.
Where are the
Need to sleep.
kobolds?
Yeah, as you look around and gain awareness of, like, where are the kobolds? You look back towards the circular stone formation and you see a bunch of them. They have like backpacks on their backs. They seem to be packing up.
Is Dave leading the packing?
Dan is leading the packing, yes.
What a guy.
Okay. Hey, you guys are leaving?
Yeah. There's no one left to pray to here, so on to the next.
But this place has food and water and shelter. Why would you? I'm confused.
We have to be of service. Can't be of service here.
Well, there's a town right there.
Does it have a god? A dragon? A very important person?
Everyone's an important person if you think about it.
Eyes go big. His jaw kind of slacks as his mismatched teeth kind of hang out.
And there's apparently a Bigfoot that's been kidnapping all of these important people. And they might need help rebuilding and making sure
not a
people
hero.
are safe. No.
Or
Just
Bigfoot's probably pretty powerful. If you found the Bigfoot guy,
Please don't make them worship the Bigfoot.
you'd be quite the one to work for.
No,
good idea.
no, the Bigfoot is kidnapping people. Please don't.
Guys, let's go find a Bigfoot.
Oh my god, DT, why?
Luckily, Dee Dee does not know Draconic. But we
I
did
can
learn
speak
that the kobolds
common.
can speak
They
common.
can speak common.
Sorry, was that draconic?
Yeah, Bigfoot. That's a good idea.
No, wait.
And they start to run
Hey,
into the
Livy, hear me out. The
DD!
kobolds have some giant
Why?
bats following them. If they Bigfoot, it could be helpful. It's hard to miss
Yes!
a giant bat.
Yeah, but then they'll serve Bigfoot and attack us if he is real.
We don't know that Bigfoot's
And try to
bad. How do you
kidnap
know he's
their
not just,
townspeople?
having trouble making friends.
Because he's kidnapped 7. DD, okay, what if he is bad?
Well, Livy, to be fair, they haven't found any bodies yet.
No, but we
All
don't
right, so
know if
maybe I
this
didn't
person has
think that
good or
through all
bad
the way. I
intentions.
was just trying to be helpful.
Exactly, and it would be
They
easier
needed
to
someone
find them.
Follow, and I don't know. I thought he was sounded pretty cool. My honest opinion.
I appreciate that, but also I just hope this doesn't bite us in the butt.
If anything, maybe they'll let us chat and talk with him beforehand, and it'd be easier to get into his den or whatever. They seemed pretty chill. And they know us now. Maybe they'll help us get around traps. Or really confusing routes.
All right. Let's go and let's look for clues. And let's hope Bigfoot isn't evil. If Bigfoot exists.
All right, are you heading back to town?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool. Doesn't take very long. It takes an hour and a half.
You say not very long, but I feel like that's a decent hike. But maybe that's just me
Yeah.
who doesn't go places.
Well, it took us 3 hours to get out here following Kevin.
Oh yeah.
And it takes us an hour and a half to get home.
That was part of the plan, though. Okay, he wanted to make sure no one was following us. Right?
Sure.
Right. Thank you.
You enter the Lying Woodpecker, and Aurora is behind the desk.
Hello,
And
Aurora.
as you look through the windows at the back of the building, you see Kevin playing with the horses in the pasture in the back.
Is it about nap time? Pasture nap
It's
time?
about 11:30.
All right. I feel like we should go to each place the disappearances happened. Oh, no, wait, actually, should we, Olivia will whisper, should we meet with the leader first of the CC? He's very happy to be doing this.
Don't make that a thing.
He wiggles his eyebrows.
No, don't. Well,
Let me cope.
Is Morgus still just kind of standing, demeanor off?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Maybe we should have that rest first. And then we should go check out the blacksmith. I agree with that.
There's something I need to do. Morgus is... When we're at the inn, is there a place that's like relatively private?
You all bought your own rooms. So you do have your own room, which you watch as Scylla quickly, as soon as you arrive and kind of decide to do your own thing, heads up to hers as well. Could always go to the spring to take a bath, but you clearly see Kevin and the horses out there. The bar at this time is fairly empty. I'd say those are the options inside or around here specifically.
the bar's
Livy
probably
will
the right
order.
vibe.
Livy will order some tea for Morgus.
Cool. You see Zara behind the bar, and she's staring at the fire in the fireplace, polishing a glass, and you can see a little pink around her eyes.
Oh no. No one asked much.
We have green, black, or herbal, peppermint.
Do I remember which one Morgus likes? Because Edward. Can I roll a history check to see if I remember what Morgus likes?
I think you would remember what Morgus likes.
Okay.
Or close.
Morgus likes mint tea with honey.
I'll have some mint tea with honey.
Okay. And she puts down the glass and shuffles her feet towards the back where you now know the kitchen to be. What are Ziba and Godfrey doing?
Godfrey's gonna be at the bar waiting for Zara to come back.
Okay. How about Ziba?
I don't know, but I'm not really feeling the bar atmosphere right now. Is the dog still there at least?
No, the dog and that owner, there aren't any patrons here at this time.
You don't
except
get to
for
be
you all.
happy.
All right. You know what? I'm just gonna go take an actual nap.
Okay, go up to your room.
Yeah.
All right.
It's gotta give out a nice little sun patch, you know? Hopefully I got the right room for that. This is the best kinds of naps.
Nice. Cool. Zara comes back, hands you the cup of tea, Livy. Anything
Livy will.
else?
No, thank you. How much?
Oh, 2 copper.
Livy will nod and silently hand the 2 copper, and he'll also use prestidigitation to make us light blue. On the tea. As you'll hand it to Morgus.
We
Morgus.
delivered lunch to Philip yesterday.
Oh, yeah. Did he look okay?
Yeah, he was fine. He was very excited to get to work on his next potion.
Yeah, I really liked working on those potions.
What happened?
He didn't come home.
Out of character moment. I fucking knew it! Out of character moment. Sorry, in character moment. Oh, it was okay. Livy will like hand the TS. All right, and he'll go over to her and it's like, what happened?
No one knows. You just didn't come home. The door was locked at the shop. No foul play or anything.
Do you know who... When was the last time anyone heard from him?
I don't know. I don't have a key, so I can't get in to read his ledger without breaking a window or something, and I just keep thinking that he'll walk through the door and it'll all be okay.
Livy sits beside her and puts his hand on her shoulder. It will. We're going to find him.
I hope. Mm-hmm.
But we're also going to, if this is okay, we're going to break into his shop to look around. Would that be all right?
Well, just don't break anything.
No, we won't break anything, but we're going to go in and look around. Would that be okay?
And you won't take anything?
No, we will not take anything. We're actually already working for him. We're testing out his potions.
Zara, I might have a strange question of you.
Oh, okay.
If you look into your heart, where does your heart say that Philip is? Do you feel any kind of tug, like a direction it's pulling you?
Maybe. Let me think. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Take your time.
Southwest? No. Southeast? I'm sorry, that's ridiculous.
No. It's... Go on. That's what I was asking. There's no ridiculous answer to this.
Just that.
It's just pulling you southeast.
Yes.
Is there anything to the southeast that comes to mind when you have that feeling of being pulled that way?
Happiness?
Happiness.
And running water?
Happiness and running.
Thank you.
Thank
Zara.
you.
Yeah.
Do you know, there is a festival that it comes once a year here for loved ones, for lovers, right?
Yeah.
This might be strange, but can you tell us a little bit about that?
Can you ask Aurora?
Yes, of course.
I'm sorry, it just...
Is there anything else I can do for you?
No.
Okay.
And she kind of realizes who she's talking to and the moment that has been created here, and she kind of shakes her shoulders and rolls her shoulders back, and she says, is there anything I can help you with? Anything to drink or eat? Pillows, linens, a bath, anything?
No, just take care of yourself, okay? That's all we need.
Sure, yes.
We're going to... Can you point us in the direction of Aurora?
She's at the front desk.
Okay.
Thank you. She picks
Livy's-
up the same glass she was already polishing and just keeps rubbing it.
Livy's going to slowly and hesitantly go find Aurora while continually taking glances back at her.
Yeah. She's okay. She's just sad.
She'll get over it. It's just her husband.
So Ziba's up taking a nap. Morgus, you got your tea. Did you stick around for that whole exchange or did you head up?
No, I think I would have stuck around for that, but Morgus is looking very confused. At one point, he kind of looks at Godfrey and his eyes kind of squint a little bit. He shakes his head. Can we speak?
What?
Do we have a room?
He said, do we have a room? Can we speak? You're just quiet enough that it's almost imperceptible.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
I actually couldn't hear
No,
it.
that's okay.
Okay.
Is there a room?
Of course, we have our room.
Lead the way.
All right. And I'll take us up to Godfrey's room.
Okay.
Close the door.
Yeah. You walk past Livy, who stops at the front desk for Aurora. What are y'all doing in the room?
Why are we here?
What do you mean, why are we here, Morgus? Why do you think we're here?
I don't know.
It has to do with the Carousel Court. Does that help?
I know the court. I know you.
Mm-hmm.
I recognize them.
Yeah. That's good.
He's gonna
Do you
take
remember
out.
the name Weaver?
Yes, I know Weaver.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna take out the metal orb from his satchel and just start to twist one hemisphere and then another. It's got that clicking sound to it.
Mm-hmm. We were sent here to do a job.
All right.
Do you remember that?
I remember the purpose.
Okay. Now, there was a poster on a bulletin board. Do you remember the poster?
I remember the bullet. He's gonna start feeling. He looks kind of restless. Is there a table in the room?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a nightstand and a dresser that you could use as a tabletop.
Okay, he's gonna kind of just go over to the nightstand.
It's okay, take your time. If it gets overwhelming, I could just tell you.
I'm just very confused, and he's gonna start twisting the orb some more, and there's a click and a shift and a metallic scraping, and then another one, and then he'll take out a small leather roll from the satchel, put it on the table, and sort of unroll it a little bit, and there's some little very, very small instruments on it. Little ring of gold wire. Godfrey, has this ever happened before? And there's
You
some
falling unconscious?
I...
Yes.
All right. Well, maybe there's something to do about that. And then he splits the sphere and sets the one side of it, one hemisphere, off to the side. Kind of balances it. And inside is just rings on rings on rings of gold and silver and iron. And he starts to rotate one, reconfigure another. There's a small quartz-looking crystal, and there's a black orb in there. And then he reaches into his pocket again and takes out 2 pearls. And he takes a couple tools and he unfastens a couple little loops. Takes the wire, fastens the pearls into the loops, starts to put them in, finds a new configuration. I remembered something, but it seemed to come at a cost. Then he takes the hemisphere that he set aside and puts it back, and there's a scraping and a clicking. And he shifts it again, and there's a small, as he turns around, there's a small whitish pearlescence, just a faint glow to his eyes, and his orb, there's some runes on it that just glow in that same pearly light. I think I understand why I can read Infernal, Godfrey.
And why would that be?
Great battle. An enemy. Brethren.
All right.
That's about as much as I know. I'll let you lead the way.
Are you ready to keep going?
I think I have to be.
Good. Well, I think Dee Dee is still napping.
Oh.
And Scylla went to her space, but if you would want to join me in going to the southeast of town, I've got a bit of a hunch to follow.
Sure. I'll follow your lead.
Okay. And we leave the room.
Cool. Livy, what are you asking of Aurora?
I'm Aurora. First off, how are you?
I'm okay. How are you?
All right. There's a festival every year to celebrate loved ones. Could you tell me a little bit about that?
Yeah, it's like a remnant of some old fertility festival or something. Like spring and blossoming and all the animals go crazy, so humans are supposedly supposed to go crazy too. Really, I think it's just an excuse to have a party for the whole village to just get drunk and dance. But I'm not really complaining. It's fun.
You said goddess of fertility.
I don't know if there was ever a god or goddess involved. I mean,
Livy thinks yes, there was.
My Shiria isn't really. I don't know if I'd really pray for her to have offspring, you know. Anchor is an all-in-one podcasting platform that allows you to record, edit, add music, publish across every platform. It gives you your own website, allows you to customize and brand that website, and honestly, it's all in one place and it's so easy. You literally just drag and drop and drag and place, and it is so easy. I'm not even sure if the podcast would have made it this far if it weren't so quick and convenient. So if you are thinking about starting a podcast or currently have a podcast, why not switch to Anchor? It's a all-in-one free podcasting platform, and all you have to do is download the Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Seriously, download the app, go to anchor.fm, and get started.
Does the name Lada sound familiar to you?
No.
Livy's eyes suddenly widen. Is there a spring at all involved in this festival?
I don't think so. It's just in the center of town near the fountain.
If I were to want to read more about the history of this festival, where would I go to learn about that?
I don't know. There's not really a library. The mayor puts it on. I guess you could go to town hall.
All right.
But I would be careful going through the square today.
Why is that?
I just heard some people saying they were gathering there to put together a party to go hunt the gnolls.
Right. Thank you for the warning. I'll make sure to... do you happen to know if there's a blacksmith in town?
Oh yeah, Morthos?
Yeah, Mortos. Where would he be?
Don't go there if
stationed?
you're having a bad day. That's all I'm gonna say. He's... Yeah.
Well, we might need some things repaired. Could you give us some directions on where Mortos is?
Oh yeah. And she gives you directions.
Thank you so
To
much.
His blacksmith shop, the Smelting Pot. Northwest corner of town. Sorry, northeast corner of town.
Northeast.
What are directions today?
North up. He's in the
North.
sky.
Right.
North the multiverse. Oh, wait, no,
right.
Morgus is gone again. He died.
Great. Around this time, you see Godfrey and Morgus walking back down the stairs.
I think Godfrey's going to second guess himself and go up and kind of knock on Scylla's door.
Scylla?
Yeah.
Okay. She answers, her hair is all tossed around. You see the bed is unmade.
Do you mean Scylla or Ziba?
Scylla, I was going to go investigate something really quick. Do you want to come along?
Yeah.
Scylla first. Don't worry.
You go. I'm just gonna. It's a bed day.
Okay, makes sense. And then Godfrey's going to go over to
No
Dee Dee's
questions
room and knock on the door.
Yeah, I'm up. What's...
Dee Dee, we were going to go check some things out in town. Are you interested in coming along? If not, we could just go if you want to keep napping.
Oh, everyone took their naps already? No, we're good. I just did a few stretches, and I'm gonna be ready to go rest of the day.
All right.
Where are we going?
We'll meet you downstairs. I'll talk to you when we get there. And then I head downstairs.
Livy will... you see Livy kind of hopping in his steps very excitedly. Just like looking at both of you like, come on.
I'm all ready.
All right.
Seem rather...
Livy will, you see him grabbing like the new book. Lada, goddess of spring and fertility. This is a festival of fertility, and she talked about water, running water.
Okay.
There's a connection.
Spring and fertility. Yeah, I could see that.
Maybe if we could find where this person was worshipped, or a spring, it could narrow our search.
Do you have some kind of quota for bringing statues back to life? Or?
I hope so. All of them.
Well, it would make sense. That kind of goes along with what Zara was saying when she felt her heart going.
All right. So
I'm down for a party.
I also found out where the blacksmith is. I think we should at least visit him. We got permission to visit the alchemist shop. I think we should give each direct point of disappearance at least a good look for. Also, we should avoid the center of town because apparently people are gathering stuff to fight the gnolls. Also,
hey Godfrey.
Also.
Do you think he has an itinerary written in there?
Yes. Yes, I do. Anyway, also, we should find the mayor because they might know more about the festival.
Yes. Livy, I agree that those are all important things. We should prioritize by order of importance, right? So what was our most important thing to do right now?
Is the blacksmith shop and the alchemist shop close together?
They're close-ish.
Which one's closer?
They're about the same distance from where you are now.
I think we should either go to the alchemist shop or the blacksmith shop, because I feel like talking to the leader of this section is important. But I also feel like looking for clues as early as we can, because it's so fresh. It just happened.
Livy, the people are organizing to stop gnolls who are raiding and killing caravans that are going through. Doesn't that seem like something we should be part of? Don't you think we should help?
Normally, I would say absolutely, but also people are going missing, and I don't think gnolls are behind it.
Why?
Because...
So you do believe in Bigfoot?
No, not necessarily. I think it is a little... Maybe it's just a hunch. But I don't think gnolls could just teleport people out of existence. There is no clues whatsoever so far. Maybe that will change if we search. I also...
When's the festival again? Tomorrow? Today? Later today? Tomorrow?
Carling didn't say when the festival was, just that her dad wouldn't let her hang out with this girl she has a crush on in her class because he clued in that people that are in love are the ones going missing.
I'm just saying, if you think that the goddess or whatever their name is somehow related to any of this, like, wouldn't the festival be kind of like, I don't know, a deadline?
Yes, it would, and that's why I think we should gather as much information as we can. Because if we just run off in search of gnolls and we don't know anything, it could be a huge waste of time.
It would never be a waste of time to get rid of gnolls.
But what if it's not
gnolls?
gnolls?
It's not a waste of time. Any heroic deed is not a waste of time. It's acknowledged.
Exactly.
Maybe
if it's not the gnolls,
time.
then we could come back and deal with that too. And I have a good hunch that whatever we're looking for is in the southeast, because my Sharia told me to follow my heart. And when I asked the ones who are missing loved ones to follow their heart, She said it was leading her to the southeast to a running river.
So we are back on the Mysheria is not alive.
I'm not saying I'm saying we should look southeast. I'm saying you're right. It's just I want to know a little bit more before we run off into the southeast. Like if we could find a map to see if there's any running water in the southeast, like springs, to narrow our search. I don't think that would be a bad idea to be a little bit more prepared before going off.
Okay, let's get some movement in. Let's head towards a place where we could get a map then.
How about we go to the mayor's house first? And then either the blacksmith shop or the alchemist, depending on how close they are. Does that sound like a good idea? The mayor probably has a map.
What? Excuse me, what priority aligns with the highest reason that we're here? What's...
Bigfoot.
Bigfoot.
Livy will look a little bit concerned. And then...
So we're trying to find the people who have gone missing.
Oh.
That is the biggest deal. People are hiding that deal behind Bigfoot because they think Bigfoot is making the people go missing. But what's important is that we just find the missing people.
Well, last person went missing is the alchemist shop, right? So off we go.
Sure.
Morgus kind of nods.
Alright, let's go to the alchemist shop.
You guys don't seem very energized after your nap. And like, Caffrey, I know you just took a nap, but like, that bedhead, woohoo! I mean, did you fix it after that mushroom was in there?
I forgot to put my hat back on.
Side up. Side tomorrow. Are you okay?
Got my wits about me. Be alright.
Right. Well, if you want to talk, I'm here.
I appreciate the sympathy, thank you.
Livy will still look very concerned at Morgus and nod grimly. And wander off to the alchemists.
All right. You wander through town. It's a very empty place currently. You can skirt around the edge for a little while as you walk, and you don't even really see anyone in the fields. But to get to the alchemist shop, you sort of have to walk through the square. And sure enough, there are men, women, young, teenage to elderly gathered with torches and pitchforks and scythes and whatever they can grab, whatever they have on hand. And there's a man gathering around them, rallying the troops, motivating them. You hear, "Rah, here!" As this group of people get charged to go, as Aurora said, take on the gnolls.
In Godfrey's experience, do they look like they would be well prepared enough?
They look like farmers.
Technically, I look a farmer, so like that could be misleading.
Wait,
You've been
everybody.
adventuring for a while now.
Fair enough.
You're a little more buff. Grown a few inches.
Where is everyone going? Wait.
Going where? I thought we were going to the alchemy
No.
shop.
The crowd.
Didn't
Are
say
you
that?
asking someone? They're all paying attention to this man, like up on a wooden crate, talking just below the statue of Mysteria, just below like.
Do I
where
recognize
she's
that
facing.
fool?
Absolutely not. No, just looks like a normal town person.
What's that fool saying?
We've come through this. Family members gone. Children sad. Wives, husbands, brothers, sisters. This has to end. The rangers do nothing. The city does nothing. The guards do nothing. The gnolls must be gone. We cannot risk another missing person. Ah!
And how are you going to defeat the gnolls?
With our hands, our pitchforks, our might! Yeah! And everyone cheers. You see someone take a big swig of a mug that they're holding, spit it back on the ground.
And real quick, what if it's not the gnolls? And what if you all just end up dying?
Everyone goes silent and turns and looks at you angrily.
Livy, will stand up with this person. What if it isn't the gnolls? What if it's something none of you know about? And what if none of you
Your
had
thinking
proper...
are the problem with this town. What else could it be? Bigfoots are imaginary.
Yes, obviously, Bigfoots are not real. But
The gnolls
I have a
have
question.
to die! And they all cheer again. And the man hops off the carton, and you could scream till your
Are
face
you
was
ready to risk
blue.
everybody's lives on information you have no idea about?
They just kind of nudge past you and head to the north of the city. This
Are
is
you-
definitely not the first time that Livy's tried to use reason for people that are motivated by emotion to do something.
Livy will think about it and said, "Are you ready to leave all of your children parentless?"
And they keep walking.
Idiots. Fool.
I don't know. I mean, some people take risks to go fight for things.
This isn't a risk. They're all going to die.
Well, that's not very optimistic.
This isn't optimism, person. This is realism. They are going to die.
You don't know that.
I do. And they will.
Jesus.
They are going to die for nothing.
That'll be their fate.
There's no such
Shall
thing
we-
as fate. There's decisions.
Shall we go to the shop?
Jesus Christ. Syria, wrong religion. We can't just freaking let these people walk off. You're all convinced they're gonna die. That's not our freaking jobs, okay? Clearly we have a rearrange in our plans. Let's just go follow them.
Should we be a democracy? Take a vote?
I don't need people making choices for me.
Looks like Zib has cast hers. And I will walk after her.
Yeah, no.
Morgus follows Godfrey.
Yeah, Livy is already. Sorry, I was trying to look for. Is there a way to cast incessant barking without hurting anyone?
No.
like maybe minor illusion or something.
is it. Thank you so much for listening to the Utopia podcast. Thank you for all of our supporters, all our followers on the socials, every one of you that shows up every single week listening to these new episodes. Thank you so much. And if you're new here, welcome. You can find us on Instagram, Twitter, Reddit, Fandom, Patreon, wherever you want to support us. We're there for you with content, including this weekly podcast. Intro and outro by Nolan Clock. Everything else by myself, Mystic Musings. Have a great day.